Soon as in soon. All right, we're here now. Soon's right now. Guys, welcome back to another episode of Called Comedy Cinema. I am your hostess with the mostest, and tonight I have two very special guests. It's the first time I've had two people on the couch. They have the Kennedy brothers, guys. We got Nick and Reed. They are the hosts of the Movie Ruiners podcast, which you should check out if you haven't already. I've been posting about it, guys. We're here. But what's up? How are y'all doing?
Doing good.
Good? Guys.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. So, we're going to be watching a very fun film tonight. I hear that there's... Oh, shit.
Oh.
Sorry. Desktop audio's doing something. I'm sorry about that, guys. Uh-oh. I don't know. It's fine.
Did we get that?
We got it. It's fine.
Okay.
It's there. It's live, so I'm not going to go back and redo anything. But yeah, guys. This is Nick. This is Reed.
What's up?
From the Movie Ruiners podcast.
Yep.
Oh, wait. No, it should be this way. Yeah, like
Right here.
What are you doing?
there, pointing to our logo.
Oh,
right in
okay. Nice. Good graphic.
I went the wrong...
I see it now.
You see it now. Do you not see the big green box we're inside?
It's like, oh.
You're like, oh, that's around us. Yeah. But yeah, so guys, Movie Ruiners. Tell me a little bit about the podcast. Are you guys ruining movies for people?
Yeah. I would say it's like, honestly, ourselves in moments. Like, there was like movies that you look up and you're like, oh man, I've learned so much about this movie that like it's nothing like the story that they told. Like, the actual story is so far off from the movie. Like, I would say, like, Remember the Titans is definitely lost.
No, I was just thinking of that one.
Shine, yeah. Like,
I said that.
because it's like, oh, like, you just find out, like, oh, like, I don't know, I'm not going to say racism ended, but, like, it was, like, years after, like, even people were just like, oh, this wasn't a real, like, storyline of this football team. There's just so much about the movie that you're just like, oh, that was like, Disney fabricated.
And so Coach Boone was, like, an awful person, too.
Oh,
yeah.
Coach.
Yeah.
Wait, are you telling me that Disney made a warm-hearted, like, go-get-em movie, and it was all a lie?
Yeah,
it was all a lie.
But yeah, and also I'd say a lot of the movies
it's
that
still
we
a good
do,
movie,
I
though.
don't rewatch.
You're like,
I've only
done.
rewatched Groundhog Day out of all the
No.
movies we've done, so it kind of does ruin the movies for me because we just go really in depth. I go in.
Okay.
So by the time we finish the movie, it's like, okay, I don't want to watch this anymore.
Like, I'm out. I mean, I get that.
Have you rewatched any of the movies just casually? Because it was Groundhog Day recently, and I put it on for that reason.
I don't know. I can't. But I would.
Well, you haven't.
Are you going to go back and rewatch?
No, I watched Palm Springs.
Okay.
Because, I watched it with a person that hadn't seen it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, with a person.
Yeah.
A girlfriend.
Okay.
What?
A girl.
All right, so leading up to the episodes, I've been told that you guys stalk your guests that you have on, and you deep dive into their history to do things for them.
Well, all right, that sounded sexual.
That was the creepiest way to phrase that.
Yes. I was like trying to think of a way.
But yes, we've been looking through your stuff.
Oh my god, oh no.
Yeah.
No, I was in the bathroom and like, quick, go through our underwear drawer, let's find all our shit.
Yeah, I know all your prescriptions now.
There we go.
We got you Zoloft. No, yeah, we definitely do, like... So the whole concept came from Nardwar, pretty much, who is this interviewer from Canada, and he does deep dives on people and would give them, like, not necessarily gifts, he gives them, like, he'll be like, this is something I want you to look at, this is something I want you to look at, and this is for you.
Okay.
And would give them a gift, and you just watch these people being like, oh my gosh, like, how did you know about this?
Well,
and then you found this, and they're usually blown away. And so we kind of took that from him a little bit. It just loosens people up.
Yeah.
We do our own worst version of what he does.
Yeah.
We make it our own. Yeah. He's really good at it.
Yeah, he's way better.
I'll say, when I was listening to the episode that y'all did with Peter Davenport, you were like, I think one of the things you gave him was like SpiderMan comics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like, I feel like it opens it up, and it opens up like other avenues of conversation that you may not have gotten just like off the bat. So I was like,
no,
that's really
I'm
cool.
I'm glad you see that.
Yeah, I was like, this is cool. It's not super creepy, but it's cool. I'm my little self-conscious was like, maybe I need to go hide some things on like my past Instagram posts, like from like high school and college. Be like, get these out of here. No one's supposed to see those ever again. Oh my god.
Yeah, I scrolled pretty far down.
Oh god.
Yeah, I usually go backwards. You know,
You start at the bottom.
Yeah,
You're like,
start at the
let's
bottom,
see.
yeah,
yeah.
I'm in 2008, like right off the bat. Like,
See like my cafeteria food from like a college campus. You're like, okay, why'd you post a picture of a salad? That's
I have gone through and deleted so many old posts, so I don't feel bad. Because I've just been like, oh, that's... Why did I took a picture of a Nintendo 64 and put a weird filter, a Nashville filter on it. Why?
Was the
What is wrong
premium
with
filter.
me?
Oh my gosh.
I'm so artsy.
You were a photographer and you didn't even know it.
Yeah, man.
You were doing your best. So how did you guys start this podcast? I love asking people that because like my show came about through several different things, but how did you guys start?
Well, so didn't you... hold on, I got a question.
Yeah.
Didn't Jackson Crutchfield basically tell you like you wouldn't do it? And you were just like, yes, I will.
He was one of the reasons. But he did tell me, he was like, you're not going to do it. And then I started like planning it out and he was like, okay.
So it's a spite podcast.
Kinda.
nice.
Yeah, right?
Kinda.
I knew that was
support
present.
that.
I knew Reed would be like, sick.
Yeah. He was like, fuck you. I'm gonna show you what I can do. I do a lot of things out of spite. Like someone tells me I can't do something, I'm like, watch me. Yeah. So how did you guys start your podcast?
Jackson Crutchfield told us we wouldn't do it. No, I'm kidding.
Are we in the same boat?
Yeah.
No, we were having a conversation in one day, and I think I said something to the tune of, you know, somebody mentioned I should do a podcast with them, and he was just like, you should do a podcast. We should do a podcast.
Okay.
And we always talk about movies, and it was just kind of like, oh, we do always have, like, in-depth conversation
People
about
need to
movies.
hear what we are
Like,
saying.
we are
so important.
Very insightful.
It was... I honestly got so embarrassed. This is such a white privilege sentence, but I was playing golf today with this dude, and he's like a doctor, and I'd never met him, and he goes, yeah, I have a podcast about doctor stuff that you should check out sometimes. And I was like, I'm not about to tell him I also have a podcast. We can't be two white dudes playing golf talking about our podcast. And I was like, I just like, he was like, what do you do? And I was like, nothing.
I definitely don't have a podcast.
I'm a loser, man.
No. All right, so Nick, I know you through the comedy scene. And you guys, I know you're in town to go see John Mulaney on Sunday. Why aren't you guys doing a comedy podcast?
It is, so the guests I have on are all comedians or like comedy adjacent.
Okay.
So in that, it is in the comedy vein, I would say.
Yeah.
We're actually the 178th ranked comedy podcast in Ukraine.
Dude, hell yeah. Hell yeah. You're out there giving them some gigs.
Yeah, man.
You're doing your best. You're doing your part.
I don't know how that happened, but we just got an email. It was like, your podcast is trending in Ukraine.
What?
I was like, all right, cool, whatever.
Good for y'all.
Yeah,
Good
man.
for y'all.
I mean, I don't like to put anything to
I'm
numbers.
not trying to
but
brag.
Don't try to brag, but we're pretty popular in
Yeah,
Ukraine
I
right
mean,
now.
that 179th podcast, like, it's pretty terrible.
Okay.
Ours
so,
is great, so check it out.
there.
Yeah, we take the review side light though.
The review.
Every podcast is different.
Yeah.
So some it might get more movie review, but sometimes just sharing stories and making jokes about the movie.
Y'all are like...
And we're finding out what their favorite movies are.
You're going into it.
I think my favorite thing, though, is, like, we have, like, 4 reviews on iTunes, like, 4. And one of them's a 1-star review. No reviews, just 1 star. And I'm pretty sure it's, like, a scorned, like, ex-girlfriend.
Oh,
It's just,
no.
like...
Watch me.
I don't know, it kind of cracks me up, because it's, like, everyone else is, like, you know... Me, my mom, and like, you know, another family member.
I haven't left a review.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a review. I like Peter's episode.
Yeah, thanks.
I'll give you a... No,
Oh, what?
That'd be great. This Peter guy's great.
Yeah.
You should get
Peter's
him on
amazing, guys.
Why doesn't,
Is he a regular?
Yeah, why doesn't Peter talk more?
Yeah.
Why isn't this Peter's podcast? I'm a little confused. All right, so you guys are brothers. You're not from Birmingham, but you're from...
Or from our mother.
You're from your mother. I'm glad that you're from your mother and not from Birmingham. Being from the streets is hard. Or so I've heard.
Yep, 256.
That's right.
How did you end up down here? I don't think I ever asked you that.
I wanted to do entertainment, and so there was not any way to do that in Coleman, pretty much.
Okay.
And so I took an internship at Rick and Bubba.
Okay.
And started interning there, and then interning at the radio station, and just working the craziest, like, I was the nighttime, like, radio, like 1 to 2, or like 12 to 2 at one point in time, like, traffic update, dude.
Oh.
And did that, and, like, ran, like, Pat Summitt show, and, like, all these just, like, terrible shows that I had to, like, be the board op for.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so I did that for a little while, just grinding, trying to, like, because I
get
wanted to... Yeah, I wanted to get those, but I got my own show on WZZK.
Okay.
And I was Nick at Night on WZZK
What?
for for like 3 or 4, maybe, I don't know, 5 years. It was a while.
Okay.
And so that was fun. I got to go to a lot of concerts, and...
You did your thing?
Yeah, it was good.
Awesome.
It was good.
Okay.
So, but that's how I got here, and then I was just like, yeah, I'm
staying. Okay. All right.
This is my place.
I'm going to insert in here real quick. Hello, Blue Eagle. We are doing great tonight. How are you, hon? Hope you're having a good night. But yeah, so... You guys have had on some really awesome guests. I have listened to snippets of the episode that y'all did with Mark Norman and Sam Morrill.
Yeah.
What are they like? Are they awesome people? Are they fun?
They're great.
Did you have a good time? What secrets did you dig up on them, and what did you give them as gifts? Because I want to know.
I wouldn't say we dug up a lot of secrets on them, but I just listened to both their podcasts a lot, so it just felt those guys felt easier to do interviews for them, where it was like, oh, I know a lot of information, like
I got this.
Yeah, but probably I don't know. There were a few things we probably surprised them on, but just certain gifts, certain things to surprise them. Where it's just kind of and just meet people that we look up to in the comedy scene. It was really cool.
Awesome.
Sam Morrill is a huge Knicks fan.
Okay.
So Reed had bought all these like NBA players, like the cutouts.
Yeah.
And so Patrick Ewing, he has one of Patrick Ewing, who's this New York Knicks guy that's like 7'3".
They're just like 7 foot tall.
So it's like this huge 7 foot tall. So he gave it to Sam, and Sam's just like, "Oh my God, guys! Like, what the hell?" Like he's like, so well, like literally, Bert Kreischer was just on their podcast. Like the episode hasn't even came out yet.
Yeah.
And Bert like's like, Patrick Ewing, like, oh my God. And they're literally talking about this.
Gosh.
Like, he's like, is he really that big? And they just had this whole conversation about a gift that we got him. So it's just kind of like pretty neat. It's just it kind of all comes full circle.
Yeah.
But that's also, I mean, you mentioned asking why we started a podcast. I'm a huge Mark Norman fan, and he goes on just everybody's podcast. Yeah. And I remember telling Nick before we had a podcast, being like, I think we can get Mark Norman on our podcast. Like, we don't even have one, but we can create one and get him. And we just took advantage of his kindness. Man, yeah, he's a sweet guy. Sam's nice too. They're both nice, but I feel like Mark he's just like he wants to make you happy. I feel like.
Oh my gosh.
And we just had Johnny Pemberton on when he was in town.
What?
He was great. He's fun. That episode I went back and listened to it. It was fun.
Yeah, he's a sweet guy too.
Yeah.
All right. So out of all the guests, famous, local, across the board, who are your favorites? I'm putting you on the spot here.
Well, Mark Norman's mine for sure.
Okay.
I mean, that's...
No one... I'm not going to, like, snip this and, like, share it with the entire Birmingham comedy scene. No one's
Sam Morrill, I think, was the first, like, surreal one where we were, like, in the green room at Zany's.
That was a cool experience.
We also, like, the night before, we had gone to Nashville, and I was, like, talking to him the whole week, and then the night before, he's like, man, I gotta be honest, these shows have been tough. I'm burnt out.
Oh, no.
I don't know if I have the energy. And so we were
spirits were low.
Yeah, I mean, so
like, no.
the next day it was just like, oh, we just spent all weekend here. We went to the show too. Yeah. It was like, we're not gonna get this. So we literally were like about to leave.
You told me you ready to go, and I was like, let's take like one more hour.
Yeah, and then he finally was.
We were about to pack up, and he's.
And then he messaged back and say, all right, y'all want to do this? And it was just like, yes. Oh my God,
let's go.
So I think that one from a sheer like. It was the first domino to fall for us where it was like, oh, we can get big guests. Like, we just got to, like, there's a way to do this.
Yeah.
And now it's building on itself where it's like, when we had Sam, it's like, when we went to Mark, it's like, we've had Sam on. And then we went to Johnny, it's like, we've had Mark and Sam on.
Okay.
Our next guest, like, we've had Johnny, Mark, Sam. You know, like,
it builds.
Natalie.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
You will be our first woman that we've had on the podcast.
Female.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. So I get to, like, talk about my period the entire time?
Yeah.
Women things. I'm just kidding. I won't do that. Oh god.
I did joke to Nick that if we got you just all like flowers and chocolate,
Chocolate, flowers, and some tampons.
Yeah.
We got you lemon and lime.
ice cream. These are things that girls like, right?
Right? We're like, sure, this is lovely.
This is a Victoria's Secret gift. What?
Victoria, here's a Sephora gift card
Sorry,
to buy the makeup.
I don't know. Here's a candle that smells like bubble bath.
We got you a weighted blanket because we know you're single and alone, and this will keep you company at night.
Weighted blankets, I have one. They're great.
They're amazing.
They really do.
They're
Like, you don't feel alone.
I know. I have one, and it's like the best night's sleep ever. I'm like, I'm just gonna stop talking to dudes on Bumble and just sleep with this every night. It's fine.
I sleep with the weight of my guilt and my
Okay,
conscience.
that's probably very
all
heavy.
That's all.
God. But guys, if you haven't already, through all of these fun little chitty chats, checked out the podcast. Are you kicking something?
Yeah, I banged the whole table, the whole setup.
Movie runners.
I'm excited to start the movie.
Movie's coming.
I am too.
But if you haven't, guys, check it out right here. Movie Ruiners Instagram page. They've got a little link tree on there where you can check it out. Listen to it on all the podcasts.
Go give us a 1-star review on iTunes.
Okay.
Just don't do that.
Don't do that, guys. Don't do it. But Culty Kiddos, go give them a listen. It's a fun time. And you will probably recognize some of the voices from the local comedian guests because they've sat on this couch with me.
Watching movies till we die.